Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into a powerful story that's going to completely change the way you look at kindness. Have you ever felt like your kindness was being taken for granted? Or wondered why helping others sometimes leaves you feeling drained instead of fulfilled? If yes, you're not alone. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll learn the real secret behind true kindness. The kind that not only touches lives but also protects your self-respect. Let's jump straight into it. Kindness has always been seen as one of the greatest virtues, whether you look at ancient scriptures or today's modern teachings. There's even a well-known saying, "Be kind, because every person you meet is fighting a battle you can't see." But have you ever taken a quiet moment to really think? Why does our kindness sometimes lead to misunderstandings or even disrespect? Why do some people take advantage of our good nature or start seeing us as weak? This isn't a new issue. Even Lord Buddha, despite his infinite compassion, faced criticism and mockery. And the wise Zen masters have always taught, true kindness must be balanced with wisdom and awareness. Today, let's dive deep into this beautiful truth through a meaningful story, a story about kindness, smartness, and how to maintain self-respect while helping others. In a peaceful and beautiful monastery, there lived a disciple who was very proud of his kindness. He believed that his kindness was proof of how much he had grown spiritually. Every day, he would go out of his way to help others. He would take on their tasks, share his food with the hungry, and never say no to anyone's request, even if the request was unfair or unreasonable. At first, everyone praised him. People admired his generosity, and the disciple felt blessed and proud of their admiration. But as time went on, something unexpected started to happen. The same people who once praised him began to ignore him. Some even started using him for their own benefit. People would leave their work unfinished on purpose, knowing he would complete it. Some spoke harshly to him because they knew he wouldn't argue or protest. One evening, feeling heartbroken and very confused, the disciple went to see his master, a man known for his deep wisdom and understanding. The disciple asked, "Master, I am walking the path of kindness. Then why are people disrespecting me? Am I doing something wrong in practicing compassion?" The master gave a gentle smile and said, "Come, let me tell you a story." The master began his story. There was once a dense forest, and in the heart of it, a river flowed. This river was very generous. Whoever came to it, animals, trees, travelers, it gave its water freely, asking for nothing in return. But as time went on, the animals started polluting the river without caring. Travelers threw garbage into it. The trees stretched their roots deep into the riverbed, greedily pulling out its water. Gradually, the river's current weakened, and its once clear, pure water turned muddy and dirty. The river, feeling deeply hurt, asked the forest, "I have given you all life, why are you treating me this way?" The forest replied, "Because you never set any boundaries. We thought you didn't mind." The disciple listened carefully and then asked, "Master, what should the river have done?" The master answered, "The river should have realized that kindness without awareness leads to imbalance. If you keep giving endlessly, without any thought or limit, people start taking you for granted and misusing your generosity. True kindness comes with awareness, knowing when to give and when to politely refuse. Not because of selfishness, but to maintain harmony, both within yourself and with others." The master continued, "People are like mirrors, they reflect what they perceive. When you are kind without any sense of limit, some people see virtue, but others may mistake it for weakness. This is not the fault of kindness, it's a sad truth about human behavior. Often, silence is seen as weakness and generosity is seen as helplessness. The disciple took a deep breath and asked, "Then, Master, should I stop being kind?" The Master smiled warmly and replied, "No, my child, you must never stop being kind. But you must stop being blindly kind. In Zen, it is said, help others but never lose yourself in the process. True kindness respects others and respects yourself. If your kindness makes you feel weak, tired, or disrespected, it's not true compassion anymore, it has become imbalance." The Master then shared another important teaching. In life, both yin and yang must exist together, softness and strength. Kindness is yin, it's gentle and nurturing. But strength is yang, it's solid and protective. If kindness has no strength behind it, it turns into weakness. If there is only strength without any kindness, it becomes cruelty. True balance means carrying both together, side by side. The Master then gave the disciple an assignment. Go to the nearby village. Help those in need, but this time, pay close attention. Observe carefully where your help is truly needed and where you must set healthy limits. Come back and tell me what you learn. The disciple went to the village. At first, he behaved just like before, helping everyone without question. But now, he paid attention. Some people were genuinely thankful for his help. Others started treating his help as something they deserved and kept demanding more. When the disciple started setting polite but firm boundaries, when he started saying no with love, he noticed two different reactions. Some people respected him even more. The ones who were using him became upset and angry. But the disciple understood something important. Their anger was not his fault. It was their own selfishness reacting. Through this real-world experience, the disciple understood a deep truth. Kindness is not just about being good, it is about being wise, aware, and balanced. Before practicing kindness, self-awareness is necessary. We should always ask ourselves, why am I being kind? Am I acting out of true compassion, or am I seeking approval and validation? If our kindness damages our self-respect, then it is not kindness, it's self-sacrifice. And self-sacrifice without awareness always leads to exhaustion, bitterness, and pain. Setting boundaries is necessary. Boundaries are not walls that block others out. They are bridges of mutual respect, both for ourselves and for others. In Buddhist teachings, it is said, compassion must be free from attachment. If we are kind only to get acceptance, praise, or love in return, then we trap ourselves in suffering. The disciple also learned another precious lesson. When he let go of worrying about people's reactions, his kindness became even more powerful and pure. Now, whether someone respected him or insulted him, his mind stayed calm and peaceful. Zen teaches us, water is soft, but it can carve through rocks. Just like that, kindness combined with self-respect and wisdom becomes an unstoppable force. Kindness should bring respect, not pity. Kindness should create connection, not exploitation. The disciple finally realized, the real change isn't about changing others, it's about changing yourself. When he built awareness, balance, and strength within himself, he naturally earned respect from others. And most importantly, he developed a deep and unshakable love and respect for himself. How to apply this wisdom in daily life? Pause before being kind. Reflect if your kindness is coming from true love or from fear of rejection. Set boundaries with love. Saying no when needed is also an act of kindness. Practice compassion without attachment. Help, but don't tie your happiness to the outcome. Balance giving and receiving. Take care of yourself first so that you can genuinely take care of others. Be both soft and strong, like water, gentle but unbeatable. Final message. The Master's final words still echo in the disciples' heart and maybe in ours too. The tree that bends with the wind doesn't break, but the tree that bends too much eventually loses its roots. So let your kindness be flexible, but never lose your roots, your self-respect and your wisdom. That is the real strength of true compassion. So, kindness without wisdom can lead to exhaustion, but kindness with balance creates true power. Remember, be kind, but also be wise. Set boundaries and still love deeply. Give from a place of strength, not from fear. Thank you so much for listening. If this story touched your heart and gave you a new perspective, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more beautiful life lessons, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this today. And tell me in the comments, what does true kindness mean to you? I would love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay kind, stay wise, and keep shining.